Hello everybody, how's it going? Carl Screezilla here, and I hope you're all doing well. And today I'm looking at a little bit of history, well, a strange bit of history. Back in the 1960s, it was decided that Singapore needed to host a race to help, help bring people to the country, help with tourism and stuff like that. It was all part of the Visit Singapore, the Orient Year campaign to attract tourism to the region. Now, this track is both the Singapore Grand Prix and the Malaysian Grand Prix because, well, we like to be complicated. This is the Thomson Road Grand Prix circuit, located in Singapore, Old Upper Thomson Road. It was a Grand Prix circuit. It was a circuit opened in 1961 and closed in 1973. It has a distinction of having... Sorry about that. It has a distinction of having up to 3 deaths on it, so, a good track. Let's just bring the track map up as well, because I want to have the track map up for this one, just because you're going to get an idea of just how stupid this place is. It's... basically, this is what you get when somebody says Nordschleife is a little bit too safe. So we're going to be taking out the Lotus 33 Formula 1 car from 1956, I think it is. They would run Formula 2 cars here, but this will give you a vague idea of how stupid this place is. So you come out of the pit lane on to the Thomson Straight, which is about... Miss the gear, which is a good start. I can't remember the actual length of the straight, but it's long enough. The best thing about this straight, though, is halfway along it, you have something called the hump. Now, I'm going to ease off a little bit here, because as you would expect from a corner in the 1960s called the hump, it is... It is a giant hump in the road. Coming down to the circus hairpin. Tight right-hander. Up to the snakes. Turn 3 left-hander. Relatively fast corner. Into a right-hander, which is snake number 1. Came in a little bit too hot there. You have to remember these cars have the grip of a a car that's rallying on ice. Devil's Bend. Now, when you're on a racetrack like this that has a corner called Devil's Bend, you know it's going to be scary. Now, I will point out to you the fact that, yes, we are in a jungle right now. Very much inside a jungle, in fact. And, yes, there's not really any runoff areas. Yes, this is a track that basically will kill you if you go offline anywhere. This track is just stupid. It's one of those circuits where you go, what were they thinking? Nailed that corner, nailed that hairpin, and we're back onto the front straight again. Now, this race ran up until 1973, where Vern Schuppen won it in a Tyrrell 733 Formula 2 car. Just balls of steel to run on a track like this. And we're dead. Yeah, as you may have guessed, this circuit is pretty deadly. So yeah, this is the Thomson Road circuit. It is a silly track that is designed to basically kill anyone that drives upon it. Now, the races were run from 1961, as I said, first race being won by Ian Bramwell in an Aston Martin DB3S, and final race, as I said, being won by Vern Schubin. This race is just crazy, so let's have a go at it actually racing, shall we? We'll be right back. And here we actually have some footage of the Grand Prix. Greg Cusack was driving a Brabham Ford and took the lead of the race very early on, gaining up to a 2-minute lead. Unfortunately, he had, well, mechanical issues and lost control during a slight light rain issue. Poon, one of the drivers from Hong Kong, later took the lead and now took over from first place. Unfortunately, Poon's engine broke down, which led to Li Hang Seng eventually taking the victory in the 1966 Grand Prix, which had over 250,000 attendances. Okay, so let's see how well we go in a 1993 Formula 1 car. Not the greatest start there from me. There we go, flat out over the hump. We're going to try it. Oh God, that's terrifying. Got a bit of a traffic jam into the lock. Bit of a traffic jam as we come through Circus. Obviously not taking enough speed through the snakes. As we come down to Devil's Bend for the first time. Range hairpin is a bit hard in a modern Formula 1 car because I don't think we have enough wheel lock. What a disastrous race! We've managed to get the lead as we're getting up to 180 miles per hour over the hump! Down to Circus! Somehow I don't think this track was built for 90s Formula 1 cars. The track is a tiny bit bumpy, one would say, for this era of car. We come back to the hairpin, which we just about managed to get around this time, while looping the car. And we did win this race. Somehow, because we made it around the corners. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you do not race a modern Formula, well, even a 90s Formula 1 car on one of the stupidest circuits of all time. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to die now because that was absolutely knackering. Alright guys, until next time, this is me, Carl, Screezilla, wishing you all the best. Bye-bye.